Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come online real quick and talk to you for a couple moments. I know some of you have checked your grades and you've been emailing me concerned about your grades, which I think is awesome. I'm so glad that everybody's checking their grades now versus in December and being worried about them then, because that will be a bit too late. So one of the things that I see for people, your job, I'm giving you kind of the outline and the assignment, and I'm trying to tie the concepts from the assignments into real life situations so you can apply them and think analytically and think conceptually. So what happens is as you're doing these assignments, I want you to have your opinions and I want you to have your perspective. As with anything, you want to be able to back up your opinion and back up your perspective with outside research. So, as you're completing these assignments, for example, we just completed the assignment um, on the brain. You know, you may think certain things happen in the brain, and I want you to be able to think outside the box. That's part of psychology, is you have to look at things from different perspectives. So think outside the box. And if you think about the right side of the brain is maybe the more emotional areas, the more artistic areas, back that up with research. What research tells you that you're on the right path? The same thing with the next assignments. When we talk about sensation and we talk about perception, I know some of you talked about how you had a really good time doing these activities and thinking about, what sense you would give up. Okay, you want to give up your sense of smell or your sense of taste. Why? What would happen to your other senses? What does the research say about those people that maybe don't have those senses? If you don't have the sense of taste, what happens to your esophagus? A lot of people, they begin to gag because there's that food in the mouth. Thinking about when you have a really bad cold and you can't taste things and it's harder to swallow. Why is that? Sometimes it's because we're swollen in the neck area in our glands. And sometimes it is because of the way that our body is created. Or, when you maybe you plugged your nose and covered up your eyes, and how did that impact? How did those senses work together? And you can definitely say, I think it's this or that. Back it up with research. So, as we're looking at development, as you're looking at those various areas, the Bronfenbrenner's model. It's a tongue twister for me. You want to, the mesosystem, the chronosystem, those different systems. So, okay, this is what the information you got from the text. This is how I'm associating it to my real life. So, who is in your mesosystem? But use the outside research to explain who those people are. And how do all these systems interrelate with each other? A lot of times, the mesosystem, that first inner circle, is correlated to families. Maybe you didn't have the best upbringing, but guess what? That was part of your system. How did that impact you? So, even if you did have an adverse upbringing that maybe wasn't happy, I'm not asking you to share your trauma. I'm not actually asking you to share your family history. But when you're faced with adversity, how does that impact your development? Say it from a personal level, but also use your research, outside research, to incorporate that effectively. Just listing the sources in the bibliography is not enough. You have to have that analytical tone. You can use direct quotes. You can say, Dr. Susie Watsis feels that this is because of X, Y, and Z, according to. So all of those things help create that tone overall. Remember, I did include a link to the Purdue Owls website, the online writing lab. Excellent website. There is an example of a paper written in APA and MLA format. So you can really look at how they incorporate the research effectively within their paper. Again, I don't mind if you use different formats. Not everybody is really good at writing, and I understand that. It's up to you to figure out how you're going to show that you understand these concepts. in a comprehensive manner. So that's really what you need to remember to do, and keep up the good work and definitely keep asking questions. I don't offer extra credit, so please make sure you post your work early, and please check on online. I don't see people checking online throughout the week. I do post some additional assignments. I have some extra links up there from things that people can discuss. Those are taken in consideration as I grade your assignments and look at, do you have an understanding of the concepts? Give each other feedback. I look at the questions you ask of each other. So all of that is taken into consider of your grade in grades. So I don't see people online on a regular basis throughout the week. A lot of people are just posting your assignments, which is fine. But if you're going to do the minimal, you'll get a minimal grade. So that's really where we're at. So again, not impossible to get an A in this class, but you are going to have to work for it. And I really want to make sure that you guys have that understanding of these concepts. So use the format. A lot of people use papers, but if you have a different way of presenting your information to show me that you understand the concepts, feel free to do that. I'm open to that. Feel free to email me if you have suggestions of what you'd like to do to present your information. Just make sure it's something that you can post to Blackboard, so that way all your classmates can see. So again, thank you for checking your grades. Thank you for being concerned about your grades. I really do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thanks, guys.